several years back now, author and pastor John Piper wrote a very, very popular book that maybe some of you have read already called Don't Waste Your Life. This book is a very challenging, very difficult book at times to read, as we are confronted on how we are spending our life, how we are using the time that God has given us, using the breath that He has blessed us with for His glory. And since that time, you may know that there have been a lot of other books that have come that have very similar titles, like Don't Waste Your Sports and things like that. How do we look at different pieces of our life, different pieces of things, our hobbies, our interests, and how do we can use those for God's glory and not to waste that. So this week I just want to talk to you about lunch after church. How can we not waste our lunch? So obviously we get together and we eat, and it's been a real encouragement to me to see how many of us as a family have been getting together after our worship service to hang out and to eat and to enjoy company. And as you chew on your food, I encourage all of us to chew on the text that was preached for us that week. So like this past week, our sermon was from Acts 4, a very challenging passage for us as we're thinking how the apostles, how they shared the gospel, how that was important to them, and how their love for Christ compelled them to do some pretty incredibly bold things to see the gospel advance. So this would be a good thing for us to chew on as we're eating our lunch. Maybe how can we encourage each other to live that out? Spending time praying together after we eat. Specifically with regards to the sermon. I know we've had a lot of challenging sermons from Ecclesiastes recently. A very difficult book as well, as we look at our lives and see how it does or does not match up with God's standards and His desires for us. So how can we be praying together after we chew on our food? How can we chew on the sermon as we chew our food? So anyhow, I just want to give that to you to think about that. How can we not waste our lunch, our lunch time this week? I hope you all have a great, great week in the Lord. I'm praying for you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to be an encouragement, anything I can do to serve you. God bless.